Hi folks, Robbie here, M&R Farm. It's been about 4.5, almost 5 weeks since I put those mesh pads, 3 degrees on little man. And now I'm gonna take him down. I'm gonna try to get him down maybe about 5-30 seconds to a 2 degree or somewhere in there. And I'm going with these glue-on shoes. And so what I did is I took a wedge pad and modified it for this, and then this all in here will be filled with DIM impression material, so he should get full support from his heels all the way across, and then he'll get that impression material to support his frog. And I'm really happy with how his feet are coming out so far. You know, he's been in wedges his whole career, and you know, his feet just weren't getting better just with shoes and flat pads. And since I've tried this was the shoe that I just took off, and then you could see the support, you know, all the way through there that they get. It's really helped. I mean, his soles, he's got really deep soles now, and the narrow feet, there's nothing I could do about that. I gotta work with that. And so this is my first time trying glue-ons, and Michelle's just using them in the dressage arena, so we'll see how this goes. So I thought I'd make a little video, just a experiment basically with these shoes. They're pretty simple. You just got to figure it out, get the foot clean and properly prepped, the biggest thing. And there's lots of videos out there on that. And right here you can see how narrow his feet are. That's genetic, not a whole lot we can do about that. You can use a rasp to clean up the dorsal wall of the hoof. I think that buffing wheel works a lot better. It's a lot quicker, and it seems to do a lot cleaner job. Torching the hoof wall and then following up with a wire brush is recommended by the manufacturer. And then I went ahead and added some isopropyl alcohol after I was done with that, because my experience with super glue has always been to wipe everything down with isopropyl alcohol before you use it. So that was kind of my add-on, but the manufacturer says just torch it and then wire brush it. Now just cleaning and prepping the bottom of the foot for the impression material and the shoe. You want to get some kind of an antifungal substance underneath that impression material, because it does trap moisture, and moisture creates bacteria. So this will mitigate that, and basically it's just a copper sulfate mixture, and then I sprinkle some more copper sulfate on top of that. Put the DIM on, put the shoe on, and then we'll set the shoe for a while to let that DIM spread out to where it needs to go. Then lifting the opposite foot so you can get maximum bearing on that impression material so it can do its job. It'll go in there and form where you need it to form, and you just hold that foot up for a minute or two, and you're good to go. That stuff sets pretty quick. A tip when you're wrapping the tabs with that plastic is to make sure you get that plastic on the bottom of the shoe also. If any of that glue drips down under the bottom of the shoe and you set that shoe down on the floor, it has the potential of popping those tabs off. So just make sure you get that plastic under that shoe so it doesn't do that. Then pull your plastic off and bevel your heels, and you're good to go. That's all there is to it. It's actually pretty a simple procedure. I think personally, nailing steel on is way quicker for me anyway. Of course, this is the first time I did it, so if I continue to use these, I'm sure I'll get faster. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how these things wear and see how that horse operates. Being in the dressage arena like he is, Michelle knows exactly how he moves, and she could tell if he's on or off, and yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how this works out. Before I started this journey, I had a powwow with my vet and explained to him what I wanted to do with this horse, and he was completely on board. And he actually recommended these glue-on shoes for this horse. So yeah, that's after 2 cycles already, we've gained a lot. We've really got his angles looking good, and I'm hoping maybe next time in 4 or 5 weeks I'll pull these shoes and check his angles again, and maybe I can get him down to flat and then just maintain that angle. That's the goal with this horse. So we'll just keep moving on and see how it goes.